Last one standing wins the chip, earns $2,500, and is crowned the best bettor. What is happening? Welcome to the best bettor. I am your host, Kyprios.
And I am Jimmy the Bag. Finally, we have a show dedicated to competitive online sports gambling.
That is correct. Now, we're going to take 5 people from 5 different walks of life. We are going to give them all $1,000 and see who can make the most of it. Jimmy, break it down. How's this going to work?
Everybody is going to use the same odds and the same cards. We're all going to use the same sports book, so every bet will be transparent to our viewers. We have a regular season and then a playoffs. 6 weeks of the regular season, and we rock into our playoffs. $1,000 up for grabs in the regular season, another $1,500 in the playoffs. And I have gambled for a long time. This is not about who can get hot early, who can hit a huge parlay early. This is 10 weeks of competitive sports gambling with NFL, NHL, NBA, UFC, right across the board. Doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. What matters, can you get that cash week after week, sport after sport, Kip? It's all on the line in this show.
So that gives you an idea of how the game works. Now let's meet who will be playing the game.
Tiffany Michelle is an actor, producer, and television host. She has starred on L.A. Inc., The Amazing Race, and Worst Cooks in America. In 2008, she placed 17th in the World Series of Poker and netted $330,000.
Always been a gamer. Obviously, poker and poker mindset and poker strategy and poker face, that's very much a part of who I am. But I think the combination of poker and athlete sports is a perfect little marriage. It's going to make me crush this competition. If there is a W and a trophy up top, I will do everything that it takes to get there. I will do the research. I'm going to be on my phone at 2 a.m, checking all the stats. I'm a winner in life. I win a lot. I'm competitive. It's just going to happen.
Our next contestant is Bob Guiney. Bob is an American TV personality, a singer, a mortgage broker, and former college football quarterback. Bob appeared on the first season of The Bachelorette and was the Bachelor in that television show's 4th season. A walk-on quarterback at Michigan State, Bob focuses his gambling on college and NFL football.
Oh, there's no rules to my style of betting. I'm kind of like the Outback Steakhouse of betting. No rules, just right. I'm here now in Michigan and father of 2, married, going on my 6th year, and I'm 50 with 2 kids under the age of 3, so you can do the math. I need to win this thing so I can pay for some diapers. But the way I'm going to win is that they're never going to see me coming. I'm the nice guy. These other guys are probably, really good, really aggressive. I've seen Tiffany Michelle play poker. I've played poker with her many times. She's mean, man. She comes at you. Not me. I'm the nicest guy in town, so they'll never expect me. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sneak up, and I'm going to win.
David Tuchman is a poker and sports commentator who has anchored shows including the NFL on Sky Sports and the World Series of Poker. David is currently the host of 888 Poker's online and live poker tournaments and can be found live on Twitch every Monday on 888 Poker TV.
Simply put, when it comes to this show, I'm the best. I'm the mark man. The other contestants know it. You know it. You won't say it, but you know it. There's nobody on this show that can beat me. I've had a chance to look at the other contestants in this show. They're not sharp. I mean, they might be sharp like a butter knife, but I'm sharpest.
Our next contestant is Bridget Case, a sports journalist, podcast host, Twitch streamer, and former NFL cheerleader. Her podcast, After Orange Slices, explores professional athletes' life after the game. She can be seen 5 days a week on twitch.tv/Bridget Case.
My strategy to win this is to be the most conservative bettor, hands down. I will budget big time. Parlays freak the crap out of me because it's too much. There's too much to watch, to wait on, to see if it hit. It's just too much pressure. I need more one-and-done action. And I think I'm going to be the most conservative, so I will end up with the most money in the end because everyone else is going to get cocky, and I'll be confident. And I'm like the slow, silent turtle, winning the race.
Our next contestant is Jon Orlando. Jon is a lifelong gambler and the host of the Action Junkies podcast and the Wisecrack Sports Betting podcast. He's a Dodgers fan. He's a Cowboys fan. He's also a fan of big odds and giant parlays. He's living in Las Vegas as we speak. He's a passionate poker player, and he's the son of musical legend Tony Orlando.
I'm going to make a bet right here, and he'll only bet like $200, let's say, on something. And he'll tell me, as soon as I make this bet, right now it's -7, it's going to go down to like -6. I'm going to make this bet right now, and the line's going to move. Watch. And he does it, and boom, it moves. And it moves across the board.
All right, so every week we're going to focus on one game. Jimmy and I are going to host a watch party. You can watch the game with us. But our contestants can bet up to 25% of their bankrolls in-game. So Jimmy and I will let you know when those bets come in, what those bets are, and how much they are for. So if somebody's hot, you can ride along. So during the regular season, during 6 weeks, whoever makes the most money, we're going to give $1,000. So someone's going to win another grand right out of the gate. So to Jimmy's point, 25% minimum. Everybody has to bet it. 4 bets at least in the NFL. On Friday, we will all see 4 bets where the money is going to go. Then Jimmy and I are going to host the game on Sunday night, and we will see the bets trickle in real time. And then on Tuesday, we will break it down for you, and you'll be able to see it. So, Jimmy, what would you do in terms of how would you win this competition? Strategically, what would you deploy? What kind of tricks in the bag are you pulling out?
We start with NFL.
Yeah.
We're going to get into NBA. We're going to get into NHL. We're going to get into UFC. We're going to get into all of it. The question is, what are you best at as a capper? Do you work with sides best? Do you want totals? Do you use player props? Personally, the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, if you like a couple spots, like let's say the Titans and the Buccaneers, you have a 3.5-point favorite in the Titans, you have a similar type favorite in the Buccaneers. Do you want to put them together on a money line parlay and make a big wager on that? You have to get off to a good start. You don't want to start reaching. You don't want to fall behind and have to put parlays together. You want to get that cash right off the start. I would pick my most confident spots. For me, if Nick Bosa's playing, I back the Niners plus 5.5, and I put a decent size wager on it.
Jimmy, I'm 100% with you. I think you got to get off to a good start, and you want to at least get a little bit of scratch to play with. As your bankroll grows, so do your minimum bets. You'll be able to bet more than the next guy, which could be very key. So yeah, if you like SF, if you like San Francisco to go in Green Bay and cover that 5.5, I will probably put about 25% of my wager down, hoping that comes in, and I don't have to start combining and putting parlays down too soon, too early. Just try to get a couple of W's underneath my belt. Every week, we're going to be focusing on the people who hit the biggest bets, and we're going to be able to see the people who made the biggest misses. Again, it's all going to be transparent. There is no capper that does not want to tell you what the pick is, where their action is. You cannot hide anywhere. You cannot lie about your action. We get to see it all, and we get to see it unfold in real time. All right, Jimmy, let's get a little bit deeper into the rules.
The best bettor is here, the only competitive online sports gambling show, and these are the rules. Every capper starts with $1,000, the exact same amount of money. They'll be using the same odds and the same card. We'll be using the same sports book. Every bet will be transparent to the viewers and to Kyprios and myself. We will see in real time if someone is succeeding, mostly when they are betting live action at the end of the week. But their regular setup bets have to come in advance, so we'll be able to talk about them on social media throughout the weekend. There are minimums and maximums, Kip. Tell them about that.
All right, so we are going to have a minimum of 25% of each contestant's bankroll. That is to ensure that the fat cat just doesn't sit back eating cream. Nah, that cream has got to go on the table. 50% during the advanced bets is the max. That's the most you can bet. So if you are behind, you can't just bet it all. But when we get to our watch party with Jimmy and I, every week you're invited. These players also can bet an additional 25% there. Then and there, we'll be taking bets in real time. If you watch with us, you'll see those bets trickle in. And Jimmy, I don't know how you feel. If you had 25%, are you rolling that much in game? What kind of action do you like to go in play?
In play is a very tricky beast. A lot of cappers in NBA keep it simple. One team goes on a 10-point run, automatic bet on the other team. Our first few weeks are going to be in NFL. You're going to have to judge the pace. Is the pace quick enough for you to bang an over? Is there a spot where there's a goal line stand, and now you think, look, this total is a very, very nice spot. I imagine it would open at 46.5. We see a live total now at 39.5. I'm going to go over that. Do you want to make big bets live, or do you want to make small incremental bets live? Live betting is a tricky mistress, and it's hard to handle appropriately. And we'll be able to watch in real time whether someone's succeeding or failing. Do we tail this capper or do we fade this capper? We'll know right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, each one of these bettors is going to need to show some dexterity, because you could have all of the knowledge in the world before, but because we're forcing you to go in game, you actually need to be able to see, hey, does momentum exist? Some people think it doesn't, but you know that when a team is heating up, that they may be able to come from behind. So during the regular season, it's not all for naught. Whoever has the most money at the end of the regular season, we are going to give an additional $1,000. Those players are going to take the money they made in the regular season, and that's what they're going to have in the playoff. So that carries over. If you've got a big stack, well, my friend, you could have a big advantage and could be this season's best bettor. Let's go!
Let's get that cash. Who is the best bettor? Who is going to bank, and bank? Let's find out.
Every week, we're going to be looking at the contestants for bets. We'll talk to the contestants and find out what their sure shots were. But Jimmy and I will do an examination. We will be handing out awards. There will be the biggest winner, whoever was the most successful in that week. There will be the biggest wiener, who was the least successful. We will be giving out the bet middler, who made the most money on a single bet, and who had the biggest percentage yield of a parlay or combining bets. And for that honor, yes, we will be giving the Betty White. We'll be keeping her spirit alive. May she rest in peace. But Bette Midler, that rouged-haired goddess, she will come down every week and crown us with a little bit of joy and a little bit of love. Well, Jimmy, we have a massive week in football. This is notoriously my favorite week in football. This is a divisional round. This is where nobody can hide. Nobody's on the bench anymore. Everybody is playing. All the big dogs are playing. Tell me who you got. Who do you have in these 4 games? Break them down for me a little bit, please.
This is a very tough divisional round. Looking at the tickets that are in right now, we see a lot of sharp money on the Tennessee Titans. There were some books that had the Tennessee Titans at -3. They're now 3.5s right across the board. Also, a lot of money on the over in Cincinnati, Tennessee. San Francisco, Green Bay, at this point, it's 50-50. We don't know if Bosa's playing. This has gone from 4.5 to 5.5. I think that if Fred Warner is going to play, if Bosa is also in, I think we'll see this line move back to 4.5 and possibly a 4. I think a lot of gamblers are waiting on that. Then we have Stafford and the Rams going into Tampa Bay, and sharp money right now all over these Rams at +3. I find that very interesting. Fading Brady at home does not fatten your pockets. Fading Brady in the playoffs does not help your life. Then we have the Bills and the Chiefs, and right now, all the sharp action on those Buffalo Bills. That is the game of the week in my estimation. Bills, Chiefs. Myself, no action out yet. No action out yet. I'm watching the lines. I'm watching everything. I'm studying. I want the Niners plus the points. I think Tennessee is a very dangerous team. I'm shocked that the Rams are getting all the sharp action, and I think the Bills-Chiefs is about as difficult as a game gets.
Well, that was our first episode of The Best Bettor. We're going to see you on Sunday. Where are we going to see them, Jimmy?
Bills, Chiefs, Sunday nighter. Nothing gets more exciting than Josh Allen versus Mahomes to get into the conference final. The stakes are high. Who will take the lead? Live betting in Bills Chiefs on our first week of Best Bettor. There's a lot on the line, Kip.
Who's it going to be? You better check it out. See if Lady Luck will favor any of these 5 contestants. We'll be there. Thank you so much for rocking with us. For Jimmy the Bag, I am Kyprios. We're signing out. Peace.